Yo, so in this video, I'm gonna share with you on how AI systems create time freedom and buy back your life and build a legacy. So if you're still hustling your way to 10 to 20K months with no real freedom, well, let me show you why the grind isn't the problem and it's a system that you're still stuck in. So I want to break this down. Hey, my name's Sean Wallace, Digital Asset King. I just want to break down to you really quickly, before I actually hopped into this digital world. I was going through my divorce. I had to make a decision, and my life would never be the same again. I wanted to understand how I could be more independent without sacrificing my time. So I want to share who this is actually for, because I rebuilt everything from scratch, and I discovered the 6 keys I like to share to freedom that nobody really teaches. So I'm gonna break those down to you a little bit more inside of this video. I'm gonna talk to you about the leverage, the game, the asset, cash flow to be able to take care of yourself. So who is this for? Right? Well, inside, this video for you is for successful people on paper, but exhausted in real life, right? You may be making 100K a year, but you don't have the time for your family. Your business depends on your effort, and you're not really at a sustainable place inside of your business right now. A lot of pressure, more income, more leverage. You want to be able to have more time back. You want more peace and more life, right? So this is what's changed everything for me. So if you want more time, you want to be able to leverage more systems, be able to have them working without you actually doing all the work. You're actually in the right place. So I want to share with you what I like to call, which is the time trap, right? Time trap is what most people think you need to work harder to earn more. But here's the truth: the harder that you work, it's a bottleneck. You're stuck because your business relies on your manual work, right? Your marketing is inconsistent, the follow up is inconsistent, your operations are scattered, and your days are filled with tasks that don't grow your revenue. And your offer relies on you to being able to be the one delivering it. And that's the trap. Your income is you're trying to build an income, but you don't have a system in place. So you're busy and you're not free. And this is why so many high earning men and women feel stuck in the financial game, if you will, because they're losing one thing to actually fight for the biggest thing, and that's their time to do the thing that they actually love. So that's the actual hidden costs, right? I want to share with you the actual shift, where I like to say freedom is actually created by the actual shift. So I want to share with you that shift that made the biggest difference, even for myself. I like to call it freedom comes from infrastructure. Freedom is actually engineered with systems, right? Automation replaces effort, systems replace stress, and digital assets replace labor, and AI replaces repetition. So having the right systems in place is when I finally understood and I started building digital assets that perform like employees without a salary, without burnout, and without drama to help me actually be able to cross that bridge. And that's where everything actually changed for me. So I want to share with you my proprietary proven legacy matrix. These are the 6 keys I like to call them. And I want to break these down to a little bit more in depth because once I was able to create these keys, it helped me be able to generate a lot more cash flow, a lot more time freedom, and just a lot more freedom as a whole, right? So when I apply these keys all at the right systems, it helped me do a couple of things. Help me multiply my time, help you also stabilize your income, help me dissolve a lot of stress too as well. And most importantly, a lot of my relationships actually started to thrive. So I want to share with you how it made the biggest difference. So it wasn't until that truck pulled up, that forbidden truck, right, where I had to start all over. I knew I didn't have any time to play because I had to rebuild my whole life from scratch. And again, that's where I came up with these legacy keys I want to break down to you, help me create more time freedom, more leverage, and help me be able to create some things more for my daughter moving forward, right? So once I realized that these were working for me, I wanted to be able to share with other individuals. So I shared them with my good friend Phil. He was working 10, 12-hour, not even 13-hour days at Amazon. And I wanted to help him be able to have a stress-free life, right? So I wanted to share with him these family legacy keys, see if it could help him buy his time and freedom back too as well in his life. And it worked. He was able to have more of a stress-free life. It was more predictable, and he was able to automate the process from learning the same strategies and techniques I want to share with you here today. And I've been able to evolve them over time. So when he was able to have more time, more cash flow, more freedom, he was able to come out to Colorado, visit me here. This is a picture that we actually took in the mountains, where he was able to really not only experience that time freedom, but see it because this is his first time really traveling to the Western parts of the hemisphere, if you will, right? Coming from where he was at on the East Coast. But one thing that he said that made the biggest difference was the knowledge. The knowledge alone made the biggest difference. So I just want to share with you a quick testimony on what he had to share.
Just the knowledge alone. Just watching and understanding how a digital asset is formulated, deployed, thought about, and structured, knowing that puts you light years ahead of anybody who's even thinking about wanting to build a legacy of their own, to actually start passive cash flow. Because I believe no matter what it is that you have to offer, passive cash flow is pretty much everybody's goal so they can live the life that they want to live. This is the foundation for how that is done. And you made it so easy for one to not only just to get that asset, create it and put it out there, but you made it really easy so no one has to feel like they have to learn this stuff.
And that was my goal, to make it really easy to be digestible, right? Make it very transferable. So I came up with these family legacy keys. These are the 6 keys I want to just share with you real briefly. Right. And the very first one is leverage, right? You ever understand how to leverage systems? That way you don't have to put out so much effort. When you have enough leverage in place, you can move a lot of different things in place. Next thing I had to do is figure out how to re-educate myself on system, money, on how it actually really worked, because I never was really taught, right? Specifically to really, especially when you think about, there's a side conversation, but there's a public and private when it comes to the monetary system. And they only teach us about the debt side of it, really, not necessarily the credits and the positive sides of it. So I had to re-educate myself on money and the game. Well, my dad likes to say is a game of life, right? Game is like chess, right? If you really don't know the rules, how can you really play and how can you win? So you have to understand the game of what we're actually playing. And I started to really dive into assets, right? Digital assets and how they worked for me. So I didn't have to start working so hard and trading my most valuable commodity for income, which was my time, right? Because once I understood those digital assets, I was able to generate cash flow, right? And that revenue continues to work without manual labor. That was the main key piece here, is to continue to generate income without manual labor. So I could take care of the most valuable component of it all, which is myself, right? The highest version of myself that I wanted to become. Self-aware, self-reliant, self-efficient, right? Self-love. These are things that I realized that I had to have in place to really be able to create a legacy for myself and my family. So I call them the 6 family legacy keys, which made all the biggest difference. So I want to share with you on how I started to build these things for my clients, collaborate with some of my clients, because one of the biggest things we all had in place or had in store was we knew that we wanted to create something bigger than ourselves, but it took more than just us. It took leverage. There's 19 keys. He shared with me some ultimate wisdom on how to start leveraging my processes and my wisdom to create digital assets to be able to expand. And these are people that are inside of my network that also understood on how to start really leveraging digital assets and just systems and processes, their skill sets, right? From Tom Bill to the intuitive alchemistress, Joel Bauer, and one of my clients here, Laborio Durario, real estate expert, another expert out in Europe, right? Joyce here, which is a healer. So I have a lot of different people in the network that actually helps understand on how important it is to actually create leverage, like Cedric Harris, network marketing extraordinaire, to where I'm able to do all these things, leave it and pass it on to my daughter, the same insight and wisdom, even connecting with people like Myron Golden. All these individuals understood the power of leverage, understood how to start to really buy back their time leveraging systems. So that's what I want to be able to share with you too as well. So I always like to say, if you're not creating leverage, you are probably being leveraged, right? So that's one of the curious things I want to share with you. So I want to point out to you on how you can get access to a system, a process, and tools and resources that are going to help you be able to take advantage of the new era, right? This new digital era, AI era, right? That help you be able to buy back your time. So I want to give you access to AI-driven lead generation machine, right? That way you're never really chasing leads ever again. They'll come to you 24/7 through this process. I want to be able to share with you. It's over a $6,000 value and system that I actually put together to help you be able to really, like I say, generate leads and help you automate that process. Another thing is content systems, right? To build authority while you sleep. One of the biggest things to help you be able to grow in today's time is really being able to create content, valuable content that makes a difference and helps people be able to get a result. Be funny, it can be educational, things of this nature, but producing on a consistent basis and be able to do that in an automated fashion is what helps you, again, be able to buy back your time Leverage these platforms. AI sales bots that actually qualify and speak with people who are ready to buy and ready to engage with your product or service. This is one of the biggest things right now in the marketplace is having these AI sales bots be able to take phone calls, customer service, relations, and help them be able to grow your business. So that's another big value that I want to be able to share with you on how to get access to. Something else that's pretty cool that I've been spending a lot of time on is these pre-built SOPs and templates to remove all of the guesswork. That way you don't have to think about anything techy. Just really plug in your product or service or that language model or even just the script that you want, right? To have your bot or your AI do to talk and then help you be able to generate the revenue that you want, right? These are the things that we're actually building for clients and helping them be able to tap into. These are the main components. Like I say, it's over a $17,000 value that you'll be able to get access to be able to run your business, be able to help you buy your time back to create that time freedom. Also, a few more other goodies that I have inside of my network and system is installing this for you, where that way you can just see how it's all done, just be able to walk through everything and it's already set up. So that way, again, I don't have to worry about the tech. Understand how do you program it and install it with your mindset, things that that's wrapped around your knowledge or your service, whatever it is that you might be selling. Right, ongoing optimization and support, so that way you never get stuck again. Right, love to continue to help you with the guidance, understanding how to put all this stuff together. Going to give you access to one of what I like to call the offer and the funnel architect. Right, this way within the first 30 days you can actually be in profit mode, right? Because you already have the right funnels with the right agents attached to them that'll help you already get the result. That way you can be off and winning within weeks and not just months or years, right? Because it's already ready for you to start to leverage. And last but not least, having access to a community, right? A culture of other individuals that are going in the same direction. I think that's most important because this is a transitioning that's happening, if you will, in the marketplace just as a whole. So just being connected to other people who are evolving with the new shift, right? So I think those are the main things I want to help you be able to get access to. It's over $35,000 worth of value if we were to collectively put it together. I want to share with you here a client that we actually did this for. His name is Laborio, and he actually has over 40 years of real estate experience, right? And he didn't have a scalable digital system, right? But he had no infrastructure, no funnel, no automations, no challenge engine is what I like to call it, and no way to actually connect with his expertise to an online income. That's what we were able to help him do. We were able to help build all this out to help him have a high converting challenge, a full funnel page, right? Where he can have all of his funnels and dashboards and systems, automated emails and SMS already set up and ready to go, right? Then we had also a full master class he can actually bring people to be able to educate them to as well. Upsell path, you name it. Right now, what we're implementing right now is the AI assistance and scalable content engine. So that way he can now start to put content behind his whole system that's designed to actually convert, nurture, upgrade, customer service, and give the deliverables to all the people that's coming in from his social media, all while leveraging all these automations and principles in place. It's pretty cool, right? So now he's been able to do that, and what he was able to say is this is his first time in 40 years that he's felt like his expertise could be scaled without him, right? And Sean was the missing piece because I was able to help him put all of the missing components together, if you will, to help him have the end result, which is helping him be able to get his brand out there a little bit more. So I want to share with you 3 paths, right, that you can take right now, if this is interesting you, that you can do as well to be able to dive in to help us wrap around and, like I say, AI infrastructure, right? Automation of infrastructure around your business, your processes to help you be able to scale. One path is being able to build a challenge system like we did for Laborio. Another path, well, I like to say path 2 is assets, right? Building you a digital asset system that can help you be able to, again, be able to really leverage your knowledge, leverage your skill set, leverage your processes and things in that nature, but in a digital framework, digital asset that can help you produce cash flow on an ongoing basis. Or path 3, right, which is infrastructure. That's where we're really going, is helping you build an AI operation infrastructure, complete business where you have complete leverage in place. So those are a couple of ways that we'll be able to work together. So I just want to ask you a couple of questions, right? While we're here, if all this did was help you get back 10 hours a week, right, with your family, that way you can actually just be more present with your family, spending more of that quality time, would it be worth it? That's all it did, was just help you get 10 hours a week back. See, for me, it was super worth it just from that alone, because that's what I was looking for, was more leverage, more time with my daughter. Another question I have for you is, if all this did was help you build one digital asset that quietly paid you an extra $900 a month, just passively, would it be worth it? All right, would it be worth it if you could generate a passive income of just $900 a month? Another question I wanted to ask is, if you, all this did was actually, let me slow down, read that slower. If all this did was help you build something that outlives you, right, and your effort, something that still works when you're actually not working anymore. That's the key thing. You're done working, it's still working, and it's outliving your effort. Would that be worth it? Well, if you answered yes to any of those questions, that's what I want to invite you into. Just by simply DMing me the word legacy, I'm going to actually send you the step-by-step real system on how we're actually using this, and invite you into understanding how we can help you customize this for yourself too as well. Helps you be able to buy back your time and create long-term leverage, right? Not just fluff, right? This is a strategy. So I'm looking for serious builders, people who want to change everything. And if you're committed to building it, or building a system around your processes that's going to help you be able to scale, I want to invite you. Just DM me the word legacy. I'm going to share it to you exactly and invite you to more of a in-depth call, if you will, but on how we can help customize this for you and just see which path is the best for you. That's what we're really looking for. Is it path 1, 2, or 3? Are you looking for more of a challenge funnel? Or are you looking to create a digital asset? Or are you looking to have a complete AI infrastructure built around your processes and so forth? So what I want to help you do is just understand that for me, it started with pain. I created these processes in my family legacy keys, starting with just the pain of my divorce, pain of starting over, pain of creating a new foundation. But I was able to turn that pain into processes that actually worked for me, that was leverageable, creating me more time freedom, more cash flow, and create the really better version of myself that I'm so happy of. So I want to share that same process, pain in my process, but I've been able to turn it into profit. So that way you can profit from it too as well, right? Know how to leverage that for yourself. Maybe you're going through something that's painful, or maybe you have a process that you want to be able to profit from. Either or, I want to share with you how you can automate that to create more leverage. If you want to learn, how to be able to do this, I actually hold weekly classes too as well. I believe we're doing them right now every Monday, but here nor there, come inside. I will share with you how you can access these classes that we do weekly to share with people on how to really create automations and really more leverage inside of their business and their systems, right? So here's another individual. Her name is Joyce Pellegrini. And when she came to me, she still didn't have any tech skills. Still to this day doesn't have really tech skills, because she's a healer. Her expertise is healing individuals from the inside out with her wisdom and understanding these frequencies and vibrations and things of that nature. But she had to have a system in place to be able to help more people come in and understand her philosophy and how she actually worked. But when she was able to plug in with myself, what she was able to say is, after having everything plugged in, it was really super easy for her to be able to move forward. So I'm going to let her just share a brief testimony.
Sean is the only one that showed up, showed me what he had. All I had to do was tweak the colors and pop in my stuff, and boom, 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 it was done.
Boom, 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 it was done. I like to make it easy so that way you can just focus on the transformation that you're going to be able to help people have by simply leveraging your skill set, your services, maybe your product, your program. It doesn't really per se matter, as long as it's plugged into a process that can help people be able to still get the value while it's freeing up your time. That's the whole purpose here. So I want to help you be able to do that. So again, if this is making sense, I want you to do me a favor. Just DM me the word legacy. Again, whether you're on Instagram or Facebook, and I'm going to see the next steps, right, into building a real system that helps you be able to buy back your time, create long-term leverage, right? And then also, again, this is no fluff. This is going to be more of a strategy for those who are serious builders and want to learn how to leverage, right? Create leverage and systems, and I like to say infrastructure. So that way, if you're committed to building something that lasts, I want you to do that right now. Just send me that DM saying legacy, and I'm going to be able to send you out the links to show you how we can actually be able to move forward, or I'll be able to chat with you inside of the chat, and we'll figure out what is the best path for you as after you reach out to me, sending me that keyword. With that being said, if this interests you and you want to learn how you can start to leverage these AI infrastructures and processes, I look forward to being able to help you understand how to really be able to buy your time back and create more leverage in your life in this new era going into 2026. leveraging AI automations, funnels, processes, man, you name it. Just figure out what's the best component for you to create that leverage to be able to buy your time back. So do that right now. Send me the word DM, me the word legacy, and I look forward to being able to helping you and figuring out the best way to customize that agent for you. Talk to you soon.